All right, welcome back to the House of Tone. Let's jump into part 2 of our tuba series. Today, we're going to knock out some dent machine work, and I'm going to show you how I have things set up. So let's get right on into it. I like to use dent balls as much as I can. This is the French horn rod set. It comes with the 2 rods and an extra vise to hold them. And for the French horns, they come with these radiused rollers. And for our application, I'm actually going to use this flat roller. I'm going to use a combination of the flat roller and a curved roller. And so I want to start with the bottom. You'll see that I have the roller offset. So as I draw down, now the roller is actually squared up and in the center. And so I'm going to roll this side underneath first and flip and do this side underneath. Come up, do the side, flip back, do the side, do the top, flip over and do the top. So I'm going to put some lubricant in. We're going to bring the wheel up till everything starts making contact. And I just want to feel how it's doing on these dents. When you're working on the dent machine, it's so much leverage that you can push your parts. You can push the span off. And you can get about halfway around. Now we're going to come up on the crown of it, and I'm going to want to pull this back. I'm running right down the guard seam. Okay, now we're going to start that again, and we're going to do on the bottom of this side. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to offset the roller. And actually this time there's a cool feature that the dent machine has, and it's called the counterbalance. So I have this locked in pretty tight. I'll show you another trick. They have this counterweight that comes with it. Boy, you're looking to work out, get some bicep curls in here. Okay. So this counterweight allows you to loosen up on the head. And now you can swing it pretty good. And it'll kind of keep it in position. And you get your... So that's a really cool feature. So you don't have to wrestle with it quite as much. And I like to set mine to where it'll hold its position, but I don't have to touch it so much. So one thing about this work is because we did so much of the roughing out and getting it in better into position, then it doesn't take as much cutting or as much pressure to burnish everything out as we come back on this stage. All right, so we got this side and we got this side. Now we got to do this side and this side. So we're going to flip the quill and there are, of course, other ways to burnish it. There's many tools for the dent machine. I'm just trying to see what these tools will do and how far I can push them. Everything in my shop does more than one thing. It's probably like that for everybody's shop. It's a piece of steel. It doesn't know what French horns are. Okay, that's that. Now we need to do this side. Okay, so there's our sides. Never knew it was damaged like that. Now we got to do this last section right here. And for that I'm going to use a curved roller. Now we're just working the creases. But the great thing about this radius roller is it's always going to keep it round. So I'm back over here because these lines weren't out as much as I wanted them to be. And squeezing it, trying to compress it between two pieces of steel is like trying to fix a recording in the mix. It just doesn't happen. Go back to your fundamentals. Go back and hammer out. Doesn't make you a bad technician because you missed it the first time. It just means that you didn't do as much preliminary work as you needed to, and so you don't try to squeeze. The dent machine will exert enough force that it would roll that out. The problem is that what you're left with will be work hardened or possibly cracked. All right, now we'll be able to finish rolling that. So you can even hear the difference, and now it's not jumping around so much. It's smoothing. It's not going digga 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 up. It's not playing paradiddles. It's actually smoothing it out. Great. That's what we wanted to see. All right. Now, check our fit. And that's what we want to see. So this inside edge and this is all lined up. So we didn't splay the thing out. We kept everything in alignment. So this is all going to line up again good. But that's going to be good. Okay, now we got to do this guard. So we got to get all of this old solder off of here. That's right. That's where the flux wasn't neutralized. Of course, it's under the guard, but that's where the flux wasn't neutralized. And that's how it rots away the brass.
Plain interrupted silk stitches.
What's that?
4/0 silk, probably.
Plain interrupted silk stitches. Well, that's what we're going to call this technique of binding wire. What we've done is after we did the dent work, we wanted to lay the guard back down even. And so we have good solder points. Everything's back in alignment. We have a couple of high spots, but you'll see as I solder, then I'm going to tap these down and I'll be able to refit these the way that I want. Real solid all the way around. Got a nice clean fit all the way. Over here, we got a gap here and a gap here and a gap here. And I don't like the way those look. So now we're going to take care of those. This is one of my old hammers. I keep this for soldering. And what we're going to do is we're going to strike the edge of the guard. You're striking the guard, not the freshly de-dented piece. Neutralize your flux. Do a little heat and wipe. No reason not to fill your joints. One last thing I like to do is just to run a square edge scraper down the just gives a, I like the way it makes the joints look. Real clean and factory. Now the spots where I had to hammer it in, they kind of have a sharpness to them. So I'm going to go back. And I just want to blend all that back together. There you go. Now I'll get this buffed. And this part will be done. Just got to buff this out. But we saved all the original lacquer. We're just going to have a little bit of a shadow line there. All the original lacquer over here. So, yeah, we didn't torch and burn up everything. So, just never know that was almost touching. Okay, that's part 2. Next time, we'll start dealing with this. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you next time around. This is Wes Lee, signing out.